Our main idea for the project was to have an LED speedometer, and essentially the idea was that these lights light up proportional to your speed. And we read that by a Hall sensor back here on the rear wheel, and there's a magnet on one of the spokes. It reads every time that goes high. We powered it by a 9-volt battery initially, and the idea was to have this DC motor run in reverse here, which is this box. And this runs in reverse, and then when it gets to a fast enough RPM, it transitions to power from the DC motor.
With it, once you get to a certain speed, if you go too fast on the DC motor, you'll build up too much voltage and you can burn out the motor. So in here, we'll show you guys in a second, there's the buzzer will go off once you get to about 16 or 17 miles an hour, which is the same speed that will about to cause the motor to burn out. So
this is kind of just our startup function here.
So I don't know if you can hear it, but it is beeping on the inside of this, just telling us that we're close to the speed that's going to burn out the motor in the back. Just as you slow down, the LEDs will drop back down.
And then we also threw in a few different functions just for display, and that's changed by a potentiometer, the resistance on a potentiometer. And so just depending where that resistance is, it displays these different lights.
And if you have the knob all the way to the right, that's when you've got it in speed mode to show your speed. And then we've got 3 different programs that it selects to light up. So this one that just sends the LEDs backwards.
And then this is just one other function we put in there.
And also, if you want, for night riding, if you want to be more visible, if you're using this as more of a safety idea, you can either have them scrolling like this, or if you want to just have them all on. So all our components we have built in underneath this plastic covering. So we put this triangular plate on the CNC and then glued in the different LEDs and just soldered everything on the inside here to proto board. So it's a relatively simple circuit, but everyth's easily contained in here with the battery. And then here for the motor, this is where we've got our circuit with the MOSFET. So ideally, when it's working, it go from the 9-volt to generating just power from the DC motor once it builds up sufficient voltage. So that there's just a small circuit contained in here with the MOSFET and the resistors, and but the brains of it are all controlled inside the box.